What's up, guys? Milos here. So, we're about a month into the season, which I would say is about a quarter of the NBA regular season. And I kind of wanted to just give my early predictions about who is going to win these NBA awards at the end of the season, whether it be most valuable player, rookie of the year, if we talk about defensive player of the year. I want to go over all of it. I want to go over all of these awards. So, first, I want to go over the rookie of the year candidates. And my number 3 spot will be VJ Edgecombe. VJ started off the season pretty hot. Not a lot of rookies started off the way he started off. He's took like a pretty significant dip, but his numbers are still pretty good for his rookie year. He's averaging 15 points, 40% from the field goal range. His 3-point percentage is still pretty decent, 36%, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. So as a player on this team, as a rookie, he's doing very well. He's risen his status to being like the second or third option on this team in terms of who the 76ers go to. A lot of the games I know he's missed in recent time, but I believe he'll still kind of keep up the pace of what he's doing right now. And it's probably more realistic of what we'll see from him. But even with that being said, that's still pretty amazing for a rookie. The number 2 spot, I'd probably give it to Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg was the consensus like rookie of the year candidate and probably the rookie of the year winner. And so far, he's been playing to the standard of what he should be playing at. He's averaging 16 points, 45% from the field goal range, and 6 rebounds and 3 assists. He's doing well. He had to struggle a little bit because he played against first of Victor Wembanyama, San Antonio dominant Spurs team. His team right now has dealt with a lot of injuries, a lot of personnel issues. AD is out. Kyrie has been out. Klay Thompson hasn't been playing the same. D'Lo is playing the point guard position. And while he can be good sometimes, he can be bad sometimes. So it's like on and off with him. Derek Lively has been in and out of the lineup because of injuries. So he's dealt with a lot of different factors on this team. And Nico Harrison just got fired because of the decision he made to trade Luka for AD. There's a lot of different factors, like outside factors, that Cooper Flagg has had to deal with in his rookie season. But even with those factors being involved, he's still been able to produce at a very high level, I would say, for a rookie. Offensively is where he hangs his hat. And you could see that early at Duke. He was going to be a two-way player, and he's showing that right now that he can be a two-way player. So props to him. But I believe his ex-teammate, Con Knuppel, is the rookie of the year. And what he's been doing has been already historic. Like, no rookie has done what he's done if you look up the numbers. So he's averaging almost 19 points per game, 48% from the field goal range, 42% from the three-point line, and 5.7 rebounds and 2.8 assists. He's on pace to hit 300 threes in a season, and no rookie in NBA history has done that. He's 5th right now in terms of total three-pointers made. So in terms of what he does on the offensive end, he's very good. A lot of people, even with the trade rumors right now with LaMelo Ball, a lot of people are not even worried about that because Con Knuppel has just been playing at a historic level, and they're not even worried about losing LaMelo because they're like, we got Con. Shout out to him. Those are my rookies. Now for the 6th man of the year, at my number 3 spot, I gotta say Reed Sheppard. Reed Sheppard, what he's done, he's taken a huge jump, and shout out to him because he's just been putting his head down, and I think a lot of people just doubted what he can do on an NBA floor because of him going back and forth to the G League, to the NBA in his first NBA season. He averaged 4 points, I want to say, on the NBA floor. But this season, coming off the bench, he's averaging 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. But his shooting projection from the three-point line, 45%, is where his biggest highlight is at. He can come on the floor, and whether you leave him open, if he needs to get the shot off the dribble, Reed Sheppard can do that at a particularly high level. So what he's been doing off the bench for this team has been very pivotal. Reed Sheppard is a big contributor to why the Houston Rockets are a top team in the Western Conference. So shouts out to him. AJ Mitchell is my 2nd spot. AJ Mitchell, he's averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds, almost 4 assists. What he's been doing off the bench, probably no one could have predicted. last season, I don't think he even played a minute of NBA basketball. And to come in this second season as a second round pick last season, and without Jalen Williams playing on the floor, a lot of other guys he has to share minutes like Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, Isaiah Joe. With those guys that he's sharing the floor with, he's still able to provide quality minutes and quality numbers for himself and provide numbers that are winning basketball numbers. I think it's one, shocking how well he's playing. And then two, it also gives OKC another option to go to besides SGA in terms of running the point guard role, in terms of scoring the basketball, passing. AJ Mitchell is another option that OKC has. They haven't even played with J-Dub, Jalen Williams. And he's coming back tonight. But I'm just very impressed what Mitchell has been able to do without having a Jalen Williams, without stepping on other guys' toes, but still being able to be a productive, high-level player. And my number one spot for the Sixth Man of the Year, the winner, I believe, is Jaime Jaquez. He's averaging 16 points, 5 assists, and 53% from the field goal range. So he's very efficient in terms of shooting twos. His three-point percentage, we're not going to go over because it's awful. But in terms of him being able to run the second unit, he's doing a tremendous job at that. And some other guys I haven't mentioned, like Quentin Grimes, Onyeka, they've been playing well for the teams. Jeremy Grant is another guy who's played well off the bench for these teams. So a lot of competition for the Sixth Man of the Year race. So my Defensive Player of the Year candidates. Now, this wouldn't even be a conversation if Victor Wembanyama is healthy. And Victor Wembanyama still has a very good shot of winning the award. But if he doesn't play up to at least 65 games, then he can't get the award. With that being said, I'm going to assume if Wemby plays 65 games, he's going to win the award. But if he doesn't play 65 games, I have Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren is a player that is probably the best defensive player on OKC. While he can guard the perimeter as well, in the paint is where he's probably the most effective in terms of switching on bigs, being able to get blocks, being able to deter shots. I think he's probably the anchor for this defensive team for OKC. And other guys that are in the competition as well, Evan Mobley is a guy who isn't having quite the same Defensive Player of the Year season as last season. He's providing quality defensive minutes. Amen Thompson as well, Dyson Daniels, Cason Wallace. Those three perimeter players are very good defensively, but I think it's still very hard for a guard to win the award, especially when most bigs who are able to go out on the perimeter and guard in the paint are more valuable defenders than those guards. And so I think it's very hard for them to win, especially when you have a guy like, again, Wembanyama. He would be the consensus if he plays all the games. Even Chet has been playing well defensively. So those are my guys for Defensive Player of the Year. Most improved, Deni Avdija. He's been playing well, and forgive me, I might have butchered his name, but Deni is playing at an all-star level right now. He took an 8-point jump from what he did last season, averaging 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And I think a lot of it is going unnoticed because the Trailblazers, while I believe they're a good quality team and a young team, they have a losing record right now. They're 8-11, so I don't think he's getting as much attention as he should get, but he arguably can be number one for this Most Improved Player of the Year. But as the season goes on, we'll see if he's still in that conversation. Ryan Rollins, a point guard for the Bucks. While Giannis has been out, he's been giving you, he's a 20 point per game scorer right now. He's averaging almost 19 points, 6 assists, and his efficiency is very good. 40% from the three-point line, 49%, almost 50% from the field goal range. So he's been providing quality minutes from a guy who was a second-round pick, got cut from many teams, and he ended up on the Bucks, and now he's one of the Bucks' future young stars in terms of who they're going to build around with after the Giannis era, I believe. So shout out to him. He's been a great second option to Giannis, and while Giannis hasn't been playing right now because of his injury, when Giannis does play, Ryan Rollins is still able to play at a high level and provide quality minutes and be like a second option to Giannis Antetokounmpo. But with that being said, my number one most improved player, I think the person who should win the award is Jalen Duren. We went from Jalen Duren, we went from looking at him as like a starter, a guy who can come in, give quality minutes, can score, can get rebounds. But from what we looked at him last season to what he is right now, he's definitively the second option on this team behind Cade Cunningham. He's averaging 20 points, 12 rebounds, 65% from the field goal range. I mean, he's very efficient in terms of facing up. He can play the pick and roll. He can actually guard well as well. He can guard the pick and roll well as well. He's a guy who, once he gets the ball in the paint, he's very effective. And I believe Cade and him are like a duo. They can play well and they complement each other so well. The jump that he's made, he's went from, again, maybe a starter level player to now an all-star, maybe all NBA player. So shout out to Jalen Duren. He's been playing at amazing level and he's a top 5 center, I believe, in this game. And finally, the award we've been waiting for, the one you all want to know, the MVP. Now, the MVP, I believe, again, is a two-man race. It's between Nikola Jokic and SGA. And what Nikola is doing is, again, historic. It's even better than last season. He's averaging a 30-point triple-double. I mean, his numbers are insane. And what SGA is doing, I think, goes a little unnoticed because a lot of people don't like his game in terms of the foul baiting and all this, which I believe he just plays the game the right way and is a very smart player. I don't even think it's foul baiting when he's actually getting fouled, when you can't actually guard him. SGA has been playing at an amazing rate. He's averaging almost 33 points, 6 assists. I mentioned in one of my past videos that I believe he's a very improved playmaker from last season. His efficiency is off the charts. He's having a 50-40-90 season right now. With that level of production and scoring, he would probably have one of the best 50-40-90 seasons in NBA history. When you think about the 50-40-90s, you think about Steph Curry, one, he averaged 30. And then you think about Larry Bird, another guy who was a 50-40-90 guy, averaging high scoring numbers as well. The fact he's doing this without like playing like a lot of minutes in the fourth quarter. He only plays minutes in the fourth quarter when the score is close. But OKC has just been blowing out every team they've seen for the most part. So with that being said, he's in competition for the MVP. Jokic is in competition for the MVP. But I gotta give Jokic the edge this time. This is like very, very close. Like you can flip-flop whoever. I think Jokic has to get it just because he was in competition to get it last season, and last season was probably his best statistical season we've ever seen. And now this season he's topping even that one. This one statistically is his best we've ever seen. I think the only thing that will make Shea win it is probably if they get to a historic level to where like they get 70 games, which they're predicted. I don't know if they're going to get 70, but right now it's looking like they're on pace to win that. If they do get like 70 games, then Shea, I believe, has the award on lock. But if Jokic can make his team close in record to the OKC Thunder, maybe like a 5-game level of closeness, then I got to give it to Jokic. Because what Jokic is doing statistically as a floor raiser for his team, he's been absolutely insane. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I guess I can do the clutch player of the year as well. I think SGA is a candidate for clutch player of the year. Tyrese Maxey is a candidate, and Cade Cunningham. If I had to pick one between the three, I would say Cade Cunningham, just because of what he's been doing in the fourth quarter. And Shea hasn't played a lot in the fourth. Tyrese Maxey has played, but I think Cade Cunningham has contributed more wins than Tyrese Maxey. So that's just my quick thought on the clutch player of the year. But let me know y'all thoughts on the other awards. I know that was a lot, but I kind of really just wanted to go over the awards because I think it's a good time to kind of give my early predictions and see how those predictions hold up. If you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe, like the video, share the video with a friend. And until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later. Milos out. Peace.